Hello everybody, Sam and Chiat here, back again with another Game Maker tutorial. This time we're going to start to make our video game that's going to look a little something like this. There you have it. That's the game that we're gonna make, and while it looks super complicated, it's actually pretty simple. If you look at the objects, there's only like six. There's only 6 objects. First, let's make a new project, and I'm gonna call this I don't know, Next Gen Shmup, which is a shoot 'em up game. Alright, you should have downloaded the Shooter Resources pack that's linked in the description or on the page of this video if you're watching it on nextgendevs.com. This has all the backgrounds, the sprites, and the sounds that we're going to need to make this game. I just threw it on my desktop for easy access. The first thing that we're going to want to do is make our player sprite. So we're going to take this, make a new sprite, open up our shooter resources, and in the graphics folder we have our ships, and we have a player, and we have a red long enemy. So I'm just going to press open. Everything's been sized up automatically for you. I got these graphics off of opengameart.org. Alright, let's name this SPR_player and press OK. Now we're going to do something that I touched on briefly in the first introduction episode, and that's the backgrounds. We're going to have a multi-layered scrolling background that's going to be parallax. And parallaxing is when you have different things moving at different speeds on top of each other to give the illusion of depth. Like if you're sitting in front of your computer screen right now and you move your head left and right, the computer screen will move across your vision a little bit faster than the wall behind it. So that's parallaxing. So we're going to right click and create new background. I'm going to open it up from the Shooter Resources background folder, and this is going to be the backmost background. So I'm just going to do BKG_back. And now we can just press OK. There's another background, the frontmost background. We're going to create another one, BKG_front, load background, and do this parallax 80, and press OK. Now we're going to need a room for our game, so I'm going to click this button up here and make a new room. Let's name it RM_game. Then in the background, we're going to uncheck draw background color, and we're going to set this first background to our BKG back. So this goes in ascending order. So background 1 will be above background 0, background 2 will be above background 1. So this is going to be the back, and then as you go down, it gets closer to the front. So I'm going to select background 0, and let's make it move a little bit. Now I know that this background, if we play the game, is going to be completely static because we haven't set a speed for it, for how many pixels per step it's going to move. So if I reopen up this room, I'll take the background, select background 0. Let's say that it's going to move up at 5 pixels per second. Now, normally up would be positive, but since this is Game Maker, if you look at the Y value as I bring my cursor up down here, it decreases as I go up. So that's, once again, Game Maker's weird coordinate system. So now if I play it, it's moving up, and it's moving up pretty quickly. I want this to move a little bit slower since it's going to be in the back. So I'm just going to say -1 or something. Then in background 1, which is going to be above it, we're going to set this to the BKG front, which is transparent, so it will overlay on top of the other one. And I'm going to set this to -2, so it's going to be twice as fast as the one behind it. So if we press the check mark and run the game, you're going to see this cool parallaxing scrolling backgrounds effect. Now our ship is actually going to be moving up, so the background is going to be moving down past it. So I'm actually going to take out this negative sign. That was my bad. So now it should be moving in the opposite direction. There we go. Alright, now let's work on our player. First off, let's make a new object and name this obj_player and give it the player sprite. Now I'm going to explain the movement thing again, even though I know that we did it in the last episode. Or was it 2 episodes ago? I don't even remember, but I know that I went over this, but I'm just going to do this one more time so you guys have a little bit of a firmer understanding of it. If you want, pause the video right here and code the movement on your own. If you can't, don't worry, I'm going to do it again right here. Alright, click Add Event, Keyboard. Now, when we're wanting to move up, I want to control it with the arrow keys. So, when I'm going to use the up, down, left, and right buttons, and these 4 directions are the arrows. So when you're moving, while you're holding the left arrow key, we're going to say that the player is going to move in the direction left at a speed of 5. When you're moving up, it's going to set its direction to up and start moving there at a speed of 5. When you're moving right, you want the direction to be right, set the speed to 5, and if you don't completely understand this, watch the episode that we went over basic movement. I think it was just called basic movement too. But if we're holding the down arrow key, we want its direction to be down, we want it to move at a speed of 5. And lastly, if there's no keys pressed on the keyboard, you want to reset its direction to no direction and the speed to 0. I know it was really quick, but I already went over it, so it did not a big deal. I don't even know what I just said. Anyway, let's open up our room and take our player object and let's just put him right there. Press the check mark, play. And here we go, we have our big old player. Now he's a little bit big, I'm not gonna lie, so inside of the room, we can actually resize our object. If we select it, we can take this thing, this little anchor, and we can drag to resize it, which is a nifty little feature in GameMaker 8. You won't be able to do this if you're using, sorry, not GameMaker 8, nifty little feature in GameMaker Studio. If you're using GameMaker 8 or GameMaker for Mac, you won't be able to do this. But you can resize the sprite, which is the equivalent of that. Alright, I'm going to leave this episode here. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. We'd love to help out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and in the next episode, we're going to add shooting, and maybe even add our first enemy. Thanks for watching. Bye!